T minus 3, 2, 1, ignition.
What you know about this life? Yeah. Just relax, baby, get high. Yeah, you're on your way to the best night ever. No top on, no top, no
Okay,
top.
so now that I have finished exposing all of you for the terrible fantasy football managers you are, some of you are lucky sons of bitches, other of you are just really, really bad at this. Let's get down into the weekly recap. I'll just run through the weekly report. Cam, you were the best manager, 99% of your perfect lineup. As you mentioned in the group chat, it's basically because all your players just fucking suck, and yeah, you really couldn't have done much better. Still only scored 99 points, so that tells you everything you need to know with that. Congratulations to myself for being the worst manager. 64%. Thanks in large part to Chase Edmonds and Darren Waller on my bench. I know you guys are probably shocked to hear that I left the highest scoring tight end on my bench. Biggest blowout, Thomas beat Andrew by a margin of 74%. Andrew, things are really going downhill for you, buddy. I'm sorry. Narrowest victory, Bobby beat me by a margin of 7.3%, 8 points. I'll get into this a little more in our recap. The Eagles, they just fucked me raw this weekend. It was a rough one. Highest scorer, Thomas. Congratulations on that. Lowest scorer, Andrew. 80.46. Your players averaged like 8 points, dude. That's just terrible. Nick Hill, you're an overachiever by 2%. All in all, this week really sucked. Like, all the scores were low. A bunch of players sucked. Bye weeks, obviously, are hitting us hard right now. Andrew, your team finished below expectations with 43%. Quarterback of the week, Bobby. 48 points for Aaron Rodgers. He played me. Shocker. Running back of the week, Jacob Myers. Dalvin Cook scored 30 for you. God, he's so good. I want him to just tear his ACL again. Receiver of the week is DeAndre Hopkins for Michael. God, I feel like DeAndre was on someone else's team and wasn't doing great, and then he must have just motivated him to have the best week of the season. Jacob, you started the best tight end of the week in Hunter Henry. He got you 12. Greg DeLay got 14 for Michael. And shocker, the Patriots defense got 24 for Nick Hill. If I recall right, he projected them 25 points, so that's pretty spot on. They're good for at least 20 a week. The bench warmers of the week. Kirk Cousins with 32.18. I also feel like he was on a different team earlier this week also. That team probably could have used him. Running back bench warmer of the week. The very frustrating Chase Edmonds, who was on my bench. He scored 37. He had 3 fucking touchdowns. I'll get more into that in a second. Andrew, John Brown was on your bench. He scored 16.8. Receiver bench warmer of the week. And then, my absolute favorite category of the weekly report every week, the tight end bench warmer of the week. I am the probably 4 or 5 time reigning champion for tight end bench warmer of the week. Darren Waller with 31. Thomas, what the hell, dude? Why do you have two kickers? He got you 0 points on your bench. What the fuck are you doing? Lastly, Michael, you had the Rams defense on your bench. They got 26. Okay, let's jump into the matchups. I'm gonna just get this over with. My matchup against Bobby. Bobby ended up winning 118 to 110. Also, Bobby, choose a fucking team name, man. Come on. This was actually a pretty close game in the end. I had a pretty sizable lead. I was feeling pretty good about it. Cowboys were going into Eagles. Or the Eagles were playing at the Cowboys, but, Cowboys had looked like shit. I had bet pretty heavily on the Eagles to win in sports betting, and then obviously I was relying on them to have a somewhat decent performance defensively. But of course they didn't get that. So Dak and Amari, they sealed the win for you. For me, Lamar Jackson, he had 24.3, sucked passing, but 116 rushing yards. Ryan fucking Tannehill, He got me 19.18, and I am going to roll him out again next week. Josh Jacobs got me 17.9. Now, here's where it hurts. David Johnson got me 0.2 points, 1 carry, 2 yards. So he was hurt throughout the week. I had Chase Edmonds on my bench. I was totally ready to play him if I got word that David Johnson was going to be out. Come Sunday morning, Arizona announces, oh yeah, David Johnson, he's active. He's not injured. He's not going to have a carry restraint. He's not going to have a snap restraint. He is full-blown ready to go. He played 3 snaps, got 1 carry, did not touch the field again. After the game, the Cardinals' Twitter tweeted out, you should have just started Chase Edmonds. Fuck you, Cardinals. Fuck you. Yeah, I should have just started him. Maybe you could have just fucking made David Johnson inactive. He really killed me, especially because the guy I would have started in his place got 37. Chase Edmonds. Julio got me 12.3. Keenan Allen continues to suck. The Chargers just suck. 8.1. Mark Andrews, he had 3 drops, including one in the end zone. If he had caught even 2 of those, I would have won. Other than that, my defense got me 0. You love to see that. I've already talked about my bench production, so I'm not going to talk about that. On Bobby's side, Aaron Rodgers got him 48 points. He just wrecked the Raiders. It was kind of ridiculous. Outside of that, though, your team sucked. You started Carlos Hyde and Frank Gore. They got a combined 10 points. Again, though, Dak and Amari, they combined for 34. That was enough to get it done. Other than that, though, your team really didn't do shit. And I've talked enough about my fucking team. The next matchup is Andrew against Thomas. Thomas got the W, 139-80. Really, really pathetic performance. On Andrew's side, Matt Ryan got negative 0.44. He also got hurt. So that's rough. You know, I feel like, Andrew, you would be better off with like a more reliable, consistent quarterback. I don't know, someone like maybe a Kirk Cousins type player. You know, at least he will get positive points. On the bright side, Gardner Minshew got 20 for you. Other than that, though, you didn't have a single guy outside of your defense get double figures. Adam Thielen, who you also just traded for, is hurt. Probably not going to play Thursday. So yeah, it's rough out there, man. Hopefully Drew Brees can come back soon. On Thomas's side, Jared Goff. He actually didn't play like shit. Pretty surprising. He got you 25. Kyler Murray had the worst game of his season so far. Only 6 points. Zeke got 26. He just ate during the Philly game. Michael Thomas getting you 20 again. Julian Edelman, using him against the team that just traded him. He got you 10. Aaron Jones continues to be pretty solid. Got you 16.3. Damn, you left a lot of points on your bench, man. Thomas, 30 with Matt Stafford, 25 for Austin Eckler. It would have been hilarious if you played him and started him against Andrew. Sony Michel got 21.9. Just a slaughter. Next one is Nick Hill, the Dayman, versus Cam Ferguson. Nick Hill won pretty easily, 136-99. Shockingly, Nick Hill's quarterbacks who had been carrying him, they did not play so hot. Russell got 13. Tom Brady got 10. Derrick Henry did end up with 17 points. Stephon Diggs finally coming alive, 19.7. Tyreek Hill got 14.9. Although there's got to be some concern there with Mahomes being injured. Kelsey continues to struggle. He only got 7.4. House Money got you 13. And then, of course, the Patriots defense got 24. Why wouldn't they? Cam, I really fucking hate that I traded for Melvin Gordon, but the fact that Carson Wentz has been terrible at least makes me feel a little bit better. He only got you 3 points. Philip Rivers actually came alive. He got 24. Saquon, in his first game back from injury, got 15. He's going to start ramping it up. Gurley only got you 11. Sutton, 11. Everyone else is in single figures. I did want to point out that Sam Darnold got negative 11.66. That is definitely the lowest score I've ever seen. Your bench as a whole scored a total of negative 2.8 points or something like that. Thank God you didn't start Darnold. All right, last matchup is Michael versus Jacob. This was the game of the week. Major seeding implications. Michael, you won 134 to 114. Got some luck with Jacob's players getting injured and underperforming. That is just so surprising considering that this whole season teams just always seem to play the best against you. So you caught a break finally, buddy. I'm so happy for you. So happy for you. Daniel Jones sucked, though. 6 points. Josh Allen, 21 against Miami. Leonard Fournette, 18.5. I'm just so glad that he's doing so well. Devontae Freeman got himself ejected by punching Aaron Donald. He only got 2 points. DeAndre Hopkins with 24 points. I know someone who could have used him on their team. Austin Hooper again with 12. Kirk Cousins got you 32 on the bench. Rams defense again 26. Jacob, big story with you is Patrick Mahomes. Sounds like it'll be 3 to 5 weeks. I know you got some backup quarterbacks. Maybe pick up Matt Moore. Go Beavs. Deshaun Watson didn't have a great game. He got 16.5. Dalvin Cook, though, with 30. He's just insane. Mark Ingram, though, only got 5. Allen Robinson got you 19.7. I think I know another receiver-needy team that would have liked that production. Tyler Lockett giving you 14.3. Hunter Henry, 12.7. It'd be nice if you could just, tear his ACL again or whatever he did so Keenan Allen can go back to actually getting receptions. What really hurts you in addition to the Mahomes injury, Kerryon Johnson just got put on IR today. At the earliest, he would be back at week 16, so he's basically done for you for the year. Your defense also got you -2, so that's certainly not helping you either. So that's it for all the matchups. As it stands right now, record-wise, Michael's at 6-1, Bobby's at 5-2, Jacob's at 5-2, Thomas, you're at 3-4, Nikhil is at 3-4, and then Andrew, Cam, and myself are all at 2-5. Fucking hate fantasy football. Real quick, I'll just run through the next week's matchups. I am playing Andrew. It sucks for me. Lamar is on my bench, or he's on bye. He's like my only good player, so it's kind of rough. But Andrew's team is also really fucking terrible. So you know what? I'm still feeling all right about it. Thomas and Bobby, you guys are playing. This is a big game for Thomas. Thomas and Nikhil are kind of neck and neck for the 4th playoff spot. So Thomas winning this one, that would go a long ways. Especially considering that Nikhil is playing Jacob. Again, this is a big matchup. Both of these games are 4-3 teams versus 5-2 teams. I don't mean to be dramatic, but this week could very well determine some playoff outlooks. Lastly, Michael is playing Cam. Cam, I hope you win, buddy, but I'm not going to hold my breath for that one. All right, guys. Everyone, best of luck this week, except Andrew. Fucking love fantasy football. Also, my last word of advice, never fucking bet on the Eagles.